What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a follow-up video today to the beginner's controller guide video that I released a couple days ago on my channel. This one is it's gonna be shorter than that video. That video was a little over 30 minutes. This one is just gonna focus on utilizing hip fire along with that left analog stick aim assist for rotational aim assist, and then just some tips and tricks for staying on target or reacquiring your target by transitioning in and out of hip fire while utilizing rotational aim assist. So I'm going to go over some examples of what I mean and how I utilize hip fire rotational aim assist to help me in gunfights, and in some situations how it will literally save your life by transitioning from being ADS to getting into a hip fire stance and going back and forth. And it's something you'll get better with practice and time, but you'll see some examples where it literally saves my life and how it helps me stay and track targets instead of just being hard scoped ADS and trying to manually track with my right thumbstick. I let aim assist and rotational aim assist do its job and help me do my job better at target tracking and target acquisition. So we'll start with the first example here. You see how I started in an ADS and then I instantly shifted over to a hip fire, and I curved around him as I was hip firing, right? So I was hoping to freeze it here. Let's see, let's find it. So right there, it forces him. Where is my writing tool? I want to move my writing tool out of here. Hold on. Let's maximize that. Oh, it looks like my writing tool doesn't let me do that. So okay, so it forces him in a straight line this way to the left while I do a curve around this way, right? So as I'm curving away from him, he's already committed to running straight from right to left this way, but I'm following this curve with my hip fire and it forces him to miss me, right? And then I'll show you again in another example. You see there, I used quick hip fire to ADS to stay on target, and I'm going to show you a slowed down version because I know that's kind of quick and hard to see. But even here, look, I hip fire ADS to stay on target, and rotational aim assist keeps me where I need to be. Same thing here, right? Hip fire ADS and then a slowed down version. Hip fire to stay on target, ADS to get back on. Rotational aim assist keeps me where I need to be. So that's kind of what I'm saying about, if you watch the first video, I emphasized a lot about constantly when you get into gunfights, make sure you're using your left thumbstick. Whether you're going left or right, you always want to engage your left thumbstick so that rotational aim assist can give you like that glue effect where you feel like you're glued to your target. So even if they're moving, as long as you have your left thumbstick engaged to the left or to the right, they could be moving, your enemy could be moving, but the aim assist bubble, the rotational aim assist bubble, kind of keeps you stuck to them so that you can continue to get effective shots on your targets, right? So it's kind of what happens here. Let me go back a little further. So here's a slowdown version. I ADS, he's moving, I switch to hip fire, and then I go back to ADS once I'm on target. So here's another. Quick hip fire ADS, stay on target, right? Hip fire to ADS, stay on target. See, that's all rotational aim assist that's really doing that for me. Like, sure, I have to center my red dot, I have to center my reticle. But once I engage that left stick and I'm switching from hip fire to ADS, I'm never letting go of the left thumbstick. Like, that's the thing you got to remember here. I'm never letting go of the left thumbstick. I'm just releasing my ADS, my L1 or L2, depending on how you have your controller set up. So I let go of my ADS. I keep the left thumbstick engaged. And once I feel that aim assist pulls me back onto my target, then I can choose, okay, do I want to ADS in again? Or do I just want to finish that fight and hip fire? Obviously, if they're close, you can just hip fire that fight. But if they're a little further away, you don't want to hip fire out beyond like 10 meters, let's say, right? Beyond like 10 meters, you want to scope in ADS to ensure you're getting those shots, because hip firing past like 10 meters, with hip fire, even when you're using a laser, there is a bit of like, bullet spread or bloom, because that's the nature of hip firing a weapon, especially in a game like Call of Duty, right? All those shots aren't gonna go laser straight. They're gonna kind of spread the further the target is. So once you're hip firing and you notice, like, if you look at this screen right now, anything beyond this distance here, or right at this distance, about 10-12 meters, you wanna go back into ADS. You don't want to stay at hip fire, because you're more likely to just miss and lose that gunfight than win the gunfight. You see how I go back and forth, how I kept ADSing in? That's exactly what I mean. I felt like they were far enough away where I didn't want to just hip fire that whole fight. Now, the enemy slid in, so I backed up too to regain that fight. I said, okay, I didn't finish them on the first attack. I'm going to reposition and regain. The enemy's thinking the same thing. Then I'm going to re-engage the fight. So that's another thing too. Don't be afraid to back up from a fight and re-engage, okay? Because a lot of times we overcommit to some fights and we lose because the enemy might be thinking, okay, let me back up, reload or replate or throw a grenade or something. And if we just stand there, then we're just, we're a literal like sitting duck, right? So here, look, I re-engage. I'm low on health. I back up again. I stim. Then I go back, re-engage, finish the fight, right? I could have stood there the whole time, but I feel like that would have been riskier in that situation. So I just re-engaged a couple times, back up, look, stim up. Let's get back into the fight. Boom. I win that. And then right into the next one. You see, here's another slowdown. And this is what I was saying earlier. I ADS in, I see my target, but I start shooting before I'm fully on my enemy. So what do? Once I instantly realize I'm missing, I switch to hip fire to let rotational aim assist pull me back to where I need to be, pull me back to the center of my enemy. And once rotational aim assist via hip fire pulls me back into my enemy, then I ADS again. So I start shooting, I know I'm off, I go to hip fire to get back on target, and then I go back to ADS. So that's what I mean right there. If you start missing and you're off, even if you're just off by a couple inches to the left or to the right of your enemy, don't be afraid to quickly get into hip fire, engage that left thumbstick, let rotational aim assist pull you back in, give you that little glue pull back in, and then re-engage with your ADS. This next example, this bot was sniping at me. And this is how transitioning from hip fire to ADS might quite literally save your life in a game, because I'll show you in the slow-mo what happens in the middle of this gunfight. So boom, he snipes me and misses. But I want you to see how close it was. So by me hip firing and transitioning back into ADS, it quite literally saved my life. Now, granted, that's just lucky timing, right? Because I don't know the exact moment the enemy sniper is going to pull the trigger. But by doing it randomly, the enemy sniper also doesn't know that I'm going to transition into a hip fire. So it is luck in a way, but it may save your life, right? And I'll show you the still frame of what that looked like. Like, it truly was luck. But this is how close I came to losing this fight. I just came off the hip fire as the sniper took the shot. And look, you could see the path of the shot. And then I ADS back in. And because, the sniper has to re-chamber, it gave me enough time to re-engage and win this gunfight. So there's so many ways to utilize the hip fire to ADS transition, if we're gonna call it a technique, whatever. So the same thing here. I lose the target as he slides to his right, which is my left, and I ADS and hip fire twice to let the aim assist pull me back into that target, and I'm able to win that fight. Then the same thing here. I see someone's coming down the stairs, so I use the wall for cover right here, and because they're gonna hard commit to me, right? They think I'm gonna be standing there. They're gonna hard commit, full and send in a straight line. So what do I do here? Well, since I'm anticipating that they're gonna come down the stairs and full send me in a straight line, I'm gonna hip fire them while strafing, and the strafing is gonna happen naturally. If you're constantly pulling on the left or on your left thumbstick, if you're moving left or you're moving right, the strafing is gonna happen naturally. And I said that in my last video. Anytime you're fighting, you always want to engage that left thumbstick, and you always want to be strafing in your fights, because you don't want to lose the rotational aim assist that's going to keep you on target. Even if it's a far away fight, you always want to give yourself the best chance to hit your target. So you always want to be strafing, and you'll see it here. So boom, hip fire, I rotate away from the person using the wall as cover, but they're running in a straight line. So I win that gunfight easily, right? I win that gunfight very, very easily. Same thing here. He's running to the right. So what do? I strafe to the left, holding my left thumbstick. So I'm getting the rotational aim assist, even though he's moving to the right. I'm getting rotational aim assist, and I easily win that gunfight at that distance, which, I don't know, let's say that's 30, 40 meters, right? So you'll see it. So I come up, I see him on the map, I move left, rotational aim assist keeps me on target. Same thing here. This is a very good one, because in this game, in a lot of situations, you're going to find someone jumping through a window, jumping over a box, jumping down from a roof or whatever, right? So you have to think or ask yourself, how much harder would it be if not only are you trying to ADS and track somebody using your right thumbstick, and you're trying to track left to right, but now imagine how much harder it is if that person is also moving vertically. So now you're trying to track left, right, and up and down, right? Well, once again, let the rotational aim assist do that difficult work for you. So I start in an ADS position, as you can see from this still screen. I'm ADS. But once I realize this person is jumping, I say, wait a minute. I'm going to instantly transition to hip fire, and I'm going to let the rotational aim assist glue me to that enemy. So no matter their projected arc that they're going to jump through, they're going to jump over and land down, no matter what the direction is they're heading in, rotational aim assist is going to keep me glued to them. See that? They jump, I go to hip fire, and boom, rotational aim assist keeps me on target. That's a very easy gunfight. I didn't have to work for that, because I engaged my left thumbstick, I let the rotational aim assist work, and again, I'm hip firing, I'm really close, I'm within 5 meters, more or less. So I don't have to worry about ADSing there if a person is that close, right? I don't have to worry about ADSing there. Boom. Easy gunfight. It's like, okay, ADS, they're jumping. Wait, let rotational take over. Stay on target. Easy gunfight. And that's all I wanted to go over with this video. So if you want to consider this a tips and tricks, but really this just piggybacks off the previous video of explaining rotational aim assist, explaining how to win more gunfights, and just explaining how to get the most out of playing controller in a game like Call of Duty. Because a lot of times we see other players, or we get killed by other players, and it just doesn't make sense how did they hit all those shots? I was moving and they didn't even miss me, or they slid by me and they didn't even miss me. And it's things like this, right? They're just utilizing rotational aim assist with hip fire. And so it might look spectacular, but they're just using the mechanisms that are built into the game. It's just they've used it more, they've practiced more with it, they understand the situation of the fights, they know when to utilize these tools. You know, it's special, but it's not special at the same time, because any of you can do it. Any of you can do it at any time. And one way I like to tell people to practice that, just getting used to that, create a private match. So go into a bot lobby, put as many bots as you want. You could put 1 or you could put 10. Leave them on recruit and just run around the map, full rushing all the bots, but but only hip fire. So left thumbstick engagement, left or right, doesn't matter the direction you want to use. Engage your left thumbstick, and once you feel that rotational aim assist kick in, I want you to just hip fire all the bots. Just run around the map, hip firing all the bots. And then after you do a whole round of that, you know, however many points you want to do, you can put up to 100 points. It's going to take you, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Then you do the same thing again, but then now you slowly start adding the ADS mix. So you see a bot, you rush up to them, you start hip firing with the left rotational aim assist, and then quickly just ADS in and out. And you just start practicing that with recruit bots until you build the muscle memory in your hands to learn how to do it on the fly. Because again, this is gonna feel new to you. You know, the constant ADSing in, hip firing, ADSing in, hip firing. For some of you at least. Some of you might already be doing this. So, you know, if you're already doing this, then this guide is not for you. You're already past this. If you're not already doing this, and you want to understand like why you're losing certain gunfights up close, or how to win more gunfights up close, then this is the guide for you. And that's how I want you to practice it. Go into a private match, put recruit level bots, put as many points as you want, as much time as you want. First practice only hip fires. Just run around the map, only hip fire. And then start practicing running around the map. Start with a hip fire and then switch to ADS, or the other way. Start with ADS and then switch to hip fire. The idea is just to build the muscle memory in your hands, to learn how to easily and quickly transition between both ADS to hip fire to ADS. And just spend a couple minutes. Do this every day if you can, or whenever you can, until it literally becomes second nature. And you're gonna, I promise you, you're gonna start to win so many more gunfights that you would have normally lost, or that you maybe have already been losing and it's just frustrating you. You're gonna start to win so many more gunfights, and you're gonna surprise yourself how much better your overall gaming is gonna get. Your overall gaming experience, your overall gaming skill, and your gaming knowledge is gonna get just by implementing these simple little tricks into your gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will come up with the next tips and tricks / controller lessons for you guys. Or if you have any questions or suggestions, leave it in the comments and I'll make a guide for that. I know someone in the last video asked me to go over the curve responses, you know, linear, dynamic, and standard. I am working on that video. That one it's a little more detailed, so that's why I didn't drop that one just yet. But that one was requested. I'm working on that one. If you have any other requests or anything you want me to show you how it's done in the game, or how to do something, leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to work on that for you guys. All right. Hope you enjoyed that.